Hi, everybody. It is me, Mike Meeple. Um, Welcome. This is a first for me, so hopefully you guys can hear me. If you can't hear me, please let me know. This is kind of a test run for how some extra things that I want to be doing, some content and streaming like that. So again, I'm still learning, so give me a little grace and let me know in the comments how things are going. I'm just going to be really focusing on painting a few things for you guys today. Please ask questions, interact. I would love that. So I've got Catelyn that I'm currently working on. I've got Sansa. I've got Howland Reed. And who is this? This is a Night Watch recruiter. So along with this Dothraki Screamer, just kind of doing some testing, working on some people who are some minis that were sent to me by some patrons for the patron the Painter Club tier. So yeah, so if you have any questions, just let me know. If you want to talk or comment, please do. And we're about to get going. So let's see. All right, so I am going to start off by working on Catelyn. Now, as you guys can see, I've already done quite a bit on Catelyn of the base coats. I've just got to highlight a little bit of her belt and some of the beige highlights that she has, some of the accents that she has around her dress. So I'm going to do that. And for that, I use my dark sand. Where are the free folk? Well, Chase, Chase at On the Table Gaming would like to know where the free folk are. They're probably at your house still. So let's see. All right. So right now, I just really want to get that belt painted up. Now, if you guys notice, this Catelyn is not colored the same way as what is on the card art, because, well, I like green Catelyn Stark from the HBO series, so that is why I'm painting her this way. I love that green dress that she wears. I think it's in season 1 or 2. She looks just so beautiful and majestic in it. So I try to mimic that. Oh, thanks. I like that you like the setup. The setup took me a little while to figure out, I'll be honest. Trying to figure out how I wanted to show this off, how I wanted to videotape all of this and get the stream going. It was a bit of a challenge. So let's see. Yeah, I'm not doing the best job here, but get the point across, and then I'll go back in and touch that up later with some green. So, and then while I've got this out, I'm going to use this on Sansa too. Now, Sansa, all of these paint jobs that I'm doing, you can actually see exactly the step-by-step and how we got to this point on my blog. The address is directly underneath the stream, so you can check that out. But Sansa is interesting because she has some freehand stuff on her, because all of her accents aren't sculpted in. She's got like this according to the card art, she's got like a line coming down her sleeves like that, and none of it is actually sculpted onto her dress, except for the line going down the center right there. And let's see, there we go. Okay, cool. That is not the Dark Sword Sansa. This is, yes, there is a lady. This was sent to me by one of my patrons, Paul D, one of my first patrons ever, and he's an awesome guy. He sends me stuff every month for me to paint. He's part of my Painters Club tier of my Patreon. So you'll have to ask him. I've been hesitant because that is a lady on there, and it's an awfully cool looking lady. So, but no, this is not the Dark Sword. Not the Dark Sword. He did send me these guys, which I painted up earlier. So that is a Dark Sword Mel, Dark Sword Loras, and a Dark Sword Arya. So unfortunately, no tutorials coming for those particular ones at this point in time. Okay, so let's see, what do I want to do next? Let's do Sansa's belt. For Sansa's belt, I use Blue Green by Vallejo. Really good color. It's a little different than what most people do because it's a really vibrant color. It stands out. It's got a good pop. So let's see. let's see. Now, I don't know how long I'm going to go today. I'm going to be honest with you guys. You know, I was unexpectedly given this day off at work, which was really nice. And my mother-in-law was kind enough to watch the kids, so I am kind of on a maybe a time frame. I don't want to leave Grandma with the kids for too long. I've also got a guy coming to look at my countertops because I want to get new countertops put in. So let's see. So I'm just putting up some of Sansa's hair tie. Yeah, just to give it a little bit of a color detail and that color pop. So, okay, cool. All right, now I think I'm gonna do some of the metallics for Catelyn, which I always use the copper by Vallejo. Give it a good shake. All right. There we go. All right. Now with the Vallejo metallics, I actually don't water these down at all. I usually just do them straight from the bottle because it goes on just a little bit better. But you have to sometimes be a little bit careful with your application. Make sure that it goes on smoothly and not too heavy. Well, that looks okay to me, so I think that'll be okay there. Moving on to Sansa, she's got the little, I don't know what they are, like little metal parts on her sculptures right there and there. Okay, and then you know what? I'm gonna use this to give her earring too, just because it's a different color and I've already got it on my brush. So okay, cool. So that's pretty much done with those. Just got to go back and do some touch-ups. Let's work on the Dothraki. How about that? You guys actually haven't seen the Dothraki. I haven't done a Dothraki tutorial yet, so this particular one is going to be a bit of an experiment. But just to give you guys a heads up what I did, I primed this guy with some Army Painter color primer. This is leather brown color primer. It does a pretty good job. I'm still seeing if I like it or not before I make a real official tutorial, so we'll see how it goes today. But I'm going to start off by painting his skin first. And just like Khal Drogo's tutorial, I'm going to be using Medium Flesh by Vallejo. Adravat, yes! There you go. Thank you, Oda. Thank you, Oda. Alright, so let's see. Let's pick what brush should I use. This one looks pretty good. Okay. You wish it was a neutral chase. Actually, you probably wish this was a free folk. So, let's see. How are those? How's that free folk cavalry coming? I haven't seen any units yet. I apologize if my breathing is very loud. My wife says I breathe very, very loudly. So, too soon. Hello, Oscar Douglas. How you doing there, sir? Abacadabi. Hey, what's up? I am live. That is true. This is the first time I've ever been live. So thank you for joining me. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments section. I will do my best to address them. For those of you just joining, I am currently painting up a Dothraki Screamer from the Targaryen starter set for the A Song of Ice and Fire miniatures game. I'm not ashamed to say this, my favorite tactical war game that is currently going right now. I know that seems like a lot of disclaimers, but that is 100% the truth. That it is by far my favorite head-to-head miniatures-based game right now. So, and I am super excited about the 2021 update. Can't wait for that. More so excited at the potential of actually playing in person. On the Table Gaming, Chase, can you speak to the flesh tones I generally use? Notice you use Vallejo on your Crossbones tutorial as well. Yeah, so Vallejo has a really great line of skin and flesh colors. And it's, I want to say it's like $20 on Amazon right now. And it's really cool. It's got like light tone, medium tone, flesh, basic skin tone, dark skin, pretty much any skin color that you could use or could need for a variety of different complexions, and it's really useful. I use them a lot. So this particular one is medium flesh. Basic flesh is a little bit more what you'd expect from a classic Caucasian European complexion. So, but I kind of use these, and then I also use the Flesh Wash by Army Painter, because the Army Painter washes are really great, really, really solid. So, Oscar, I'm glad you are a normal fleshy human. I would be worried if you were a cyborg or a miniature coming to get me. That would actually probably be my worst nightmare, is all of my miniatures, all of my unpainted miniatures coming to get me in the middle of the night saying, "Why have you forsaken me? Mike Meeple, paint me." I would definitely be outnumbered, as I'm sure most of you guys would be too. Let's see. Yeah, see, this is why I'm a little hesitant to fully recommend using the Army Painter color primers, is because they're fine, but sometimes they go on a little thick and they can obscure some of the detail of the miniature, like on the back here. I know that the mini has a little bit more texture and to its back, so yeah, I'm not sure if this is going to be the thing that I recommend for my viewers and what I end up doing on the official tutorial. So let's see. Now, see, as you guys can see, let's see if I can get this closer. So as this is drying, you can see that right there, you can already still see some of the primer coming through, that brown. That just tells me that I need to put on another coat. So, but like I always say, you always want to wait before the first coat to dry before you apply on a second coat. Because when you do a second coat while the first coat is still wet, it just moves the paint around, and it makes it look really uneven and really splotchy. Usually when I see a paint job online and I'm like, it looks good, but there's just something wrong with it. It looks a little dark. That's usually what it is that somebody hasn't fully covered up their primer. You know, the primer is still showing up through the back a little bit because it's a black primer. West Coast Bannerman, how you doing there, sir? For those of you guys that don't know, West Coast Bannerman and On the Table Gaming, these guys are really great content creators for all forms of miniature war games, and really give them a like, give them a follow on YouTube and Facebook. Really cool guys. I am proud to say that I consider them both my friends, so be on the lookout for them. Good stuff coming from them. So wish I had known this before. Painted so many Dothraki. Yeah, you know, the thing about the Dothraki, I like the Dothraki. I think that it's nice because I think this might actually be the first fully painted army that I have, because there's just not that many of them. So there's literally a third of that many miniatures. So yeah, but I love the sculpts. The sculpts. I love the horses. I was super excited when, for those of you who don't know, I am a big Zombicide fan, and I'm also a big Cowboy fan and Weird West fan. So the new Zombicide that got announced, I am like all in on, and they just announced an expansion where they have mounted figures riding horses, and I'm just so stoked about that. But that is my nerdiness. So to be fair, all of this is my nerdiness. So all right, let's see. Let's do a second coat on this thigh right here, so I can get a nice even coat. So yeah, so this is, so here you go, you can see the difference between 2 coats and 1 coat right here. So that's really why you want to make sure that you get your 2 coats going, so that you can get it nice and even looking. Dothraki tutorials increasing in views right now. Alright, cool. What mechanic from the Undead or Alive Zombicide am I most interested in? The biggest thing that I think is the big game changer with that is the character classes. I think that the fact that they're finally giving us legitimate character classes of Brawler, Homesperson, Engineer, you know, Cleric, essentially, I think that's going to be a big change, because a lot of times when you're playing Zombicide, you just kind of pick the character that you're like, this guy looks kind of cool, you know, and I'm sure people are still going to do that, but now you're going to be like, okay, so I'm a Brawler, which of the Brawlers looks cool? You're a Homesteader, which of the Homesteaders is who I want to be as? I just saw they announced the Marty McFly on a steam powered hoverboard from Back to the Future 3. That is the new stretch goal right now, and I'm like, if I could afford to throw up like another 20 grand on that to make sure we got that, I would be all over that. Piggyback question. Do you think you could ever finish painting the models from that Kickstarter? No. I'm gonna be honest here. You guys hear it first, officially. I am 100% going to be working on that. I am going to be doing content for that game because I just love Zombicide, and those minis look amazing. Will I finish West Coast Bannerman? No. I don't think I will ever finish painting any game. Well, I guess that's not true. I finished painting Imperial Assault. But I'm too much of an ADD kind of a guy to actually finish painting any game. And then I keep getting new stuff. So while I may have finished my Imperial Assault base game, I 100% have not finished all of my expansions for Imperial Assault. So kind of a double-edged sword there. Let's see. One of the things that I always get a lot of questions about is how do I paint certain areas that are really hard to get to? And as you guys can see, I kind of just slather over it and then go back in and work on the details later. You know, that's kind of my style. You know, like right here, I just kind of get it all up in there. And then make sure that the paint isn't just sitting in there and pooling up too much. But that's usually the best advice that I can do, is to just get something in there and then fix it later. Only games I finished are Shadows of Camelot and War of the Ring. You know, I have painted some War of the Ring stuff, and that's cool. Like, that is a cool game. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, so if anybody is listening and wants to get me something for my birthday, you know, I don't have the Fantasy Flight adventure game. What is it called? The Adventures in Middle-earth. Don't have that yet, so just saying, if any of my listeners really love Mike Meeple. But, yeah, let's see. Realize my style would be with an airbrush. So, airbrushes are cool. I really like airbrushes. I have an airbrush, and I use an airbrush for priming. I've experimented with using an airbrush for painting, as you guys saw. You know, I kind of talked about that in my dragon tutorial. I used an airbrush to apply the green paint, the green metallic paint to Rhaegal, and it's fine. It's not my cup of tea, but more power to you if you are an airbrush painter. So I would love to learn, love to set up a Skype with you guys, and you can teach me how to paint with an airbrush. So let's see. A lot of skin here. Let's see. So what do you guys think about the format? Do you like seeing me in the corner and seeing the minis from a top down? Would you guys prefer my normal position that I do most of my tutorials for, where it's more like from my view? You know, tell me, what do you guys think? Because like I said, this is very much so a work in progress, and I'm still learning how to do all of this stuff. So let's see. Even Mike Meeple, especially Mike Meeple, has trouble getting stuff in certain areas. I notice I am bending and twisting, and I'm all about as long as it gets painted. You can always go back and repaint it later. Let's see. The hands. So I am going to give a plug for a show that I really enjoy, and I was just watching it right before I hopped on here. Have you guys ever watched Snowpiercer? I just started watching that, and let me tell you, I am addicted. Jennifer Connelly, she is She is so good in that, and I've still got a crush on her from when I was, from when I saw her in Rocketeer, and I was like 5. So, angles are great every once in a while. When you do get very close to bring the miniatures down under the blogspot text. Oh, like this. Okay, yeah. Okay, I will work on that. So that's good. It's good notes. Good notes. Get through there. Get some of that skin through the straps on his arm. I just love how detailed all of these minis are. And they really picked it up. They really picked it. Darkrest, there you are, sir. How you doing, Darkrest? Hey everybody, this is my boy Darkrest. If you guys love Pokemon, if you guys love Nintendo streams, give him a look. He's awesome. He is on Twitch. Darkrest, why don't you throw up your Twitch handle on there real quick so that people can give you a like and a follow. He's a great guy, and he's one of my close personal friends. We actually game together on a regular basis, or at least we did pre-COVID. We were playing a campaign of Imperial Assault, and he was what was your character's name? I don't even remember. You were the Jedi. You were the Jedi lady, but I don't remember your character's name. It'll be funny if you don't remember your character's name. Let's see. Okay. Just gotta do some second layers. Second base coats, layer base coats on the rest of his body right now. Now that it seems like that's dried. So who out there is... Yep, the Jedi lady was totally her name. So who out there is starting painting? Who out there is actually painting minis? Just let me know, or are you guys mostly gamers more than painters? Let's see. That's getting there. Gotta work on his front. That's what she said. Before anybody can beat me to it. Man, this is not sticking. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Gotta fix my sticky tack. Yes, Oscar, I know it's you. I know that's who you are. My phone is ringing. I wonder who that is. That'll be interesting. I hope it's not the countertops guy, but it's all right. It's all right. I'm gonna be finishing up here pretty soon anyway. For a first test run, I think this was pretty successful. What do you guys think? I'd really like it if you guys could let me know. And then, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Share this. Share my channel with your friends. It's always low pressure painting. If you guys really like this, I might end up doing stuff like this some more. I don't know when that would be. I can't comment on that because, like I said, this was a kind of a fluke in terms of me being available at this point in time. But yeah, so. Well, thank you guys for joining me. I'm gonna call it a day with that, just to do this quick little test. Let's see. Yeah. Really happy that you guys could make it. Really excited to do some more of this. Paint along next time. I love that idea, Chase. I think maybe that's something that we can definitely do, especially if enough of you guys really like it. So again, thank you so much. Yeah, I need to figure out a sign off. Chase has the best sign off ever. So, but until then, I will see you guys next time.